Hi everyone. I hope you're doing okay today. Um, I'm here again. Um, Today we're talking about creation. So we're actually going to do some creating and get those creative juices flowing. So I'm hoping that by now you might be feeling a little bit calmer, maybe. Maybe you've noticed some magical things happening around you. Maybe you've started to um, appreciate the things in your life that, however small, first cup of tea or coffee of the morning, or the air on your face, as you walk around or whatever. Could be anything. Could be anything. The sun on you. Mind you, there's no sun this morning where I am, but yeah. So appreciating things, however small, and maybe noticing some coincidences or strange occurrences. Um, so I want to do something with you today that will prove to you that you can create something that is completely unique and is completely you. It's completely from you, and nowhere else. Um, it's using writing to access your creative source. Um, the great thing about writing is you may not be a writer, you may not consider yourself a writer, but we can all write. We learn how to write at school, so we've all got the basic skill of writing, and that's why it's so great to use it for this kind of exercise, because we've got the basic skills. Whereas if you asked me to, I would be very put off if somebody asked me to do this exercise by painting, because I do it, but I wouldn't feel very comfortable because I don't have the basic skills. I can pick up a paintbrush, but that's about as far as it goes. But hopefully you're not too nervous about writing something, because we all have to kind of write as part of our daily lives. Um, so none of us can say really, unless you haven't learned to write, but most people can say, you can't say, I can't write, okay? Because actually, that's not true. You can write. Um, this exercise is called different things, but I mean, it could be called, you could call it sort of free writing, stream of consciousness. Um, it's something you can use for journaling as well. So when you first wake up in the morning, a lot of people swear by journaling when you first wake up in the morning, having a notepad by your bed and literally just writing, and it doesn't matter what comes out. And I would, I'm yet to get into that habit. I have got a notebook by my bed always, but I really ought to do some daily journaling, because I think it's got a lot of benefits, because it don't helps you dump out any thoughts that have been whizzing round, um, because something happens during your sleep, with the thoughts that the thoughts that you've been having in the day. They kind of get sorted out in your brain while you're asleep. So journaling at the beginning of the day, kind of, it's like a brain dump. It kind of gets out the muddle. um clear your mind for the day ahead. And it also can act as an inspiration, a channel rather, for inspiration. So it may be that you've had a dream, and this is a way of it kind of splurging out. um I've not spoken much about dreams, but dreams can be a great source of inspiration, because they're direct tap into your subconscious, really. um yeah, so in this journaling, or the writing that we do today, the writing itself, you might think, oh, it's a bit, it may be a bit nonsensical, but there may be a little germ of an idea in there. There might be something surprising that you kind of go, wow. I'm going to do it with you, so I don't know what is going to come out, in my writing, and there's no judgment here. Um, there's absolutely no judgment. So you can, what you basically have to do is You don't have to, but if you're joining in, I'm going to pick a random word. I've just written down about 6 words, put them on a scrap of paper, which does put me slightly at an advantage in a way because I know what word it might be. But believe me, I haven't given it any other thought. I've put these in a bag, and I'm going to draw one out randomly, and then I'm going to set my timer for us, and just for 2 minutes. And your job is so you need a pen and paper to write. Try not to stop writing for 2 minutes. So start with that word. You don't have to actually start with that word, but whatever that word might conjure up for you. So you might find yourself writing that word over and over again, and then maybe some words that rhyme with it. It doesn't matter. You might find yourself going off on a complete tangent. It doesn't matter. There are no rules, and the word itself is just a way of getting you started. Because you may, sometimes we don't feel inspired, and we do feel detached from our creative source, and we feel that we're not able to be creative. But it is always there, and this is kind of a way of saying that you can always access it. It's a way of, tapping into it. So I'm going to get my bag. I call this my spotty bag because it is a spotty bag. But anybody who has children who may have watched Mr. Tumble at any point will also see the irony of this. Right, hang on, let me just shake them up a bit. Right. Okay, let's see what the word is. If I can actually open it. Oh, the word is leaf. Leaf. Okay. So, grab your pen and paper. Like I said, I'm going to do this with you. This is really so that you can get something on paper and actually go, wow, I created that. I created something this morning, something completely unique. So we're going to do 2 minutes. Right. So pen in hand, leaf is the word. Let's go. Try not to take your pen off the paper. Doesn't matter if it's nonsense. Okay. Right. Okay. So I hope you've managed to do that at whatever point, at whatever time you're watching this. I hope you've managed to get some words on the page. So managed to. I'm going to read mine. I can't actually read my writing very well because it goes really, really scruffy when I do these kind of things. There you go. So I'll read mine and see what has come out. So, leaf. Nature abounds and we trust her intuition. Falling leaves like raindrops caress our heads. Shake them down like you shake your memories away after a bad day. The tree of life is always in bloom with the blossom of 1,000 suns, projecting pinks and lilacs onto my mind. Mind goes blank, white spaces as the page becomes a forest of ideas. I cannot pick one now. So I think the mind goes blank. Literally, my mind did go blank and I think we were about half a minute or maybe less from the end. But you know, I've now written something that I may not use for any purpose, but I've just written something that's completely unique, and that's the joy of doing an exercise like this. Is whether or not you go with it, whether or not you use it for anything, you've just created something completely unique. You know, that's completely you. That's from your creative source. And that's the joy of it, and the joy should be about in the doing, you know, just in the doing of it. Enjoy it. It's not about whether it's the best writing you've ever done, or you know, the best painting you've ever done, or because it's actually the process of doing it that matters. So I hope you enjoyed that. You know, it doesn't even have to be shown to anybody. It's just about taking that first step. It's just about putting something out there, bringing something forth. So tomorrow, by all means, feel free to share what you've written if you would like. That would be amazing in the comments. Tomorrow, I'm going to recap everything that we've talked about so far, and really try and get you on your way to being creative, and you know, leaving this week with a bit of a fire in your belly that you are a creative being, and that you can go forth and create and tap into that source, you know, in your daily life, because it is actually great for your well-being as well. You know, it does make you feel in touch with yourself more, and that is tricky sometimes in this day and age and this world of distractions that we live in. Don't forget your 3 words that you wrote down yesterday about creativity, because we're going to use them for something tomorrow. So whenever you're watching, I hope you've enjoyed this. A little bit shorter today. I'm going to not be live tomorrow, but I will record the video and post it up on at 11. So take care. Keep looking out for those magical things in the universe. Try and get some headspace today where you're quiet and you're making a bit of space for inspiration. And have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.